All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CuePoints, the Mobile DJ Podcast. My name is Anthony. Alongside me is co-host Will.
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
April 24th, we're getting closer and closer into the May fiasco of communion season.
Right, communion
wedding season
is coming.
It's a little bit overwhelming. I think it's really starting to pick up, and this year specifically, a lot of last minute bookings. It's like really crazy this year. I mean, I feel like it's really been going in that direction with these. I'm just gonna wait, and we'll figure it out when we get there. But it's like literally. It's just insane, and I cannot believe.
Why do you think that is?
I think people are just. Honestly, I don't think they're lazy. I just think they're busy, and they just don't really like check out what's going on. They're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna get it last second, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're that's it. We're doing it. We're here, and that's it.
I want to go a little bit deeper into that as to why, because I think there's a reason. So like this day and age, everything with the digital and everything is like instant, right?
Yep.
You have your iPhones, everything's so like instant, and so I think that could be a reason why more so now than in the past people are waiting so long to book things.
Yeah, I know,
because they're so used to everything being instantaneous. And
no, I think you're 100% correct, but I got to tell you right now, your face is so funny right now, and they're going to be wondering why. One of my very good friends that actually went to this radio station with me actually just walked into the studio. Trish Trellis. Tristan, turn on that mic. That mic's on, so there you go. You're hot.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, no, it's all right. Move over a little bit with the mic. It's all right. It's all right. This is a fun show, baby. So,
hey.
So,
a little GoPro actually going.
Yeah,
on.
no, it's multi-cammed. This whole show is being shot right now.
Oh my God,
we don't
really
mess
cool.
around. I've been trying for the last 2 minutes to get my GoPro to even work right now.
So updated.
So Trish went here, and she has a huge music background. She's been on different shows. So awesome, and she just actually handed me, so I got to give a shout out. Trish Trellis and the Blackstones, Route 24.
Woo woo.
Check it out. Trish knew me when I was just starting out.
Yes.
So when we had
the country
speakers, we would be on the rooftop here at LIU Post, and we would be doing concerts and DJs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I had to give a shout out when people walk in.
Absolutely,
It's not just about DJs, it's about music and everything in the middle. And I gotta go get a beer now because how awesome!
Yeah.
There you go.
That's so cool.
Oh, I like that.
It's PBR,
Yeah, you write
but
that?
with that,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
we should get these.
We should.
Why? But we should anyway. That'd be awesome.
Why not?
Why?
Is the better
That's
question.
what I like to hear, man. That is awesome. Trish, thank you so much. I'm gonna listen to this on the way home. I don't even know if I have a CD player anymore. But I'm gonna check.
I know it's very old school, but
That's all right. I still give DVD
I'm gonna ask them
montages.
for a copy, and I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna put this on the playlist.
Yeah, there we go.
Trish,
There you go.
I love you.
I love you guys
I
too.
updated your phone number, by the way, so now I have the right number.
Okay, good.
There you go.
I actually have to skedaddle back to work, but bye guys.
Thank
It's
you
good
for
seeing
stopping
you.
in.
Thanks for stopping by.
You never know what's going to happen on the CuePoints podcast.
You never know who's gonna come
That
by.
could have been anyone. That could have been Steve Aoki. You could get anyone walking in here, man.
Could be anybody.
I got to admit, I'm actually pretty impressed with you. So
Why?
as long as I've known Anthony, he's not exactly great with surprises. He doesn't like sporadic things that happen.
Why do you say that?
No, I'm just saying, like, because normally in our, the relationship we have, it's very like formal. Like as far as like I send you the protocol forms, like everything that's gonna happen, and then real quick we got live. We're live on.
I'm just kind of looking around like
and I'm just like watching all.
I
the
was done with
GoPros.
what I was saying, and I was like,
You were handling it pretty well, but just
you,
good friends.
thank you.
So I always try to give shout outs to anybody that is doing good in the music scene in general.
Yeah,
she's done some really cool things.
we saw her in the lobby before. Are we allowed to talk about what she was doing?
Yeah. No. So she's a PA. She's worked for Netflix. She worked on Daredevil. Like she does some really cool stuff.
Doing
she
something for The Sopranos right now?
Yeah, she was actually on
That's
the
awesome.
there was an MTV show called Copycat. She was on the show.
Get out, really?
Yeah, she actually was a Miranda Lambert copycat.
That's awesome.
And it was like really cool. And she sounds like when she sings exactly like Alanis Morissette. Like she does a "You Ought to Know" cover that you ought to know it, bro. It's amazing. You could use it on it's pretty crazy. But
and she went here.
Yeah.
LIU.
Yeah, a lot of people.
So see all the connections you can make.
Dude, it's all about networking.
There's so many opportunities out there.
And if you're listening right now and you're a DJ and let's say you're 18, you're just getting into college and everything. A lot of colleges have radio stations and stuff like that. If you're interested, again, I know last show when we had DJ Rusko on, we talked about being a hybrid DJ and doing, the clubs, the bars, along with mobile. Dude, radio DJ too. And I mean, radio DJ is awesome because a lot of times if you're at a station that, has some push, you can meet some really great people. I mean, I have friends that went on to work at Connoisseur, Cox Media and all these things. And I mean, they're taking pictures with Tori Kelly, they're meeting Chris Daughtry, really cool people. And, it's just all these little things. You never know what's going to lead to an opportunity.
Yeah. I think we've mentioned this before. Like, never be shy when it comes to networking or like reaching out for opportunities. It never hurts.
It's a very unfamiliar thing for a lot of people just
hurts.
to put yourself out there. But you have to put yourself out there. And joining something like a radio station or a TV station at your college, it's going to really help you overall. And you'll learn programs that will, could end up helping you with editing. It's so vital just to put yourself out there.
See, that's something I regret a little bit. I went to a community college, but I kind of wish I got a little more involved in the activities that they had and everything. See,
when I went here, I was actually originally a business finance major. And like my 5th day here, I was so bored. Like, I didn't really have, I had a couple friends that came with me from high school. So like we were obviously all hanging out. And like one day there was just a flyer on the table that said, radio station general meeting. So I decided, we'll just go check it out. We'll see what happens.
Why not stop by?
And dude, that day changed my life. I mean, the people that I walked into are still my best friends. It's like crazy how that works. And, it's led to so many different opportunities working with different people. And I'm forever grateful, And look, we're here right now. Exactly. And this all steps back to the first day.
We wouldn't be here in this studio if you didn't go to that meeting.
Dude, we'd evaporate right now.
Think about
it's
that.
Like Marty McFly. It's just so nuts. So, again, opportunity is just so,
absolutely
so important. Now, what did you start this segment on? Because I honestly can't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yes, you do. You have to. You have a cue point for it, I thought.
No, we didn't mention it yet.
Ooh, I like that.
We were talking about the school and everything like that.
No, before that.
Cue points?
What about cue points? All the cue points. Every Wednesday we're live. Dude, so I just want everyone to know the show is 100% authentically live. So we're not cutting it. And I've been told this by people who've watched. There isn't, I'm not cutting it up and making it look pretty and everything.
No.
You're getting the raw deal, baby.
We don't have a script or anything.
Nope.
This is a legit talk show.
Even to the fact where before we started this show, Anthony and I were trying to figure out what to talk about, and he was like, pull up your Google Drive so we each have it. I'm like, nah, dude, just you start and I'll just roll with it, and that's the way. I think it's more authentic that way. I don't want a scripted show. I want a show that people can just relate to, and I feel like there's nothing more relatable than just being authentic. And
I agree 100%.
And I feel like that's the best way that great conversations come out.
Yeah, like you say all the time, these are the conversations that happen in the catering halls,
in the kitchens, in the basements, in the elevators, waiting for the elevators. These are the conversations that...
Now we're just trying to get everybody involved.
Dude, I want to get as many people involved as possible. And, for those listening, in another week, we're going to have May 1st. They're having the event at IDJ Now for the QSC giveaway.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, they're doing a giveaway, and it's a lot of money and everything, and that's all well and great. But more so, it's going to be an amazing networking opportunity to meet other if you're a DJ that's just starting out and you're trying to get your face out there, what better way than to meet probably a few owners? Because listen, I own a company that does primarily pretty well, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to go to see my friends, and B, I could love to. I'm not too good to win
always
something.
Meet someone new.
You know what I mean? And also I like to support local business.
Absolutely.
I find that's very important. And the guys at IDJ Now, all the guys, shout out to every one of them. Shout out Mark. Shout out Juan. Shout out Eric. Shout out Carlos. Shout out all of them, dude, because they're all
great guys.
They're all awesome guys, and they really do take pride in what they do. But yeah, so go to that event. To recap so far, get involved in your colleges or in high school, because dude, I'm so jealous. Some high schools even have radio or and TV programs in high school.
If you're not going to college, you can always find some sort of, like a group or.
Yeah. And we talked about this last week too. And
don't be afraid to just reach out.
Exactly. And the big thing we talked about last week with DJ Resco was starting at the bottom. He didn't just walk into after hours and they just offered him the DJ position.
Yeah, he started.
He roadied for over a year. And sometimes that's the best way.
If you're a DJ or an MC and you haven't been a roadie,
like that's amazing.
I mean,
good.
Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, because
everybody needs to start somewhere. I think being a roadie is a perfect way to learn the equipment, learn the company, learn who you're working with.
Especially if you want to end up going out on your own.
Because if you're just hanging out at the party, waiting to pack everything up, you're watching them work.
Exactly.
You learn.
You're
So,
getting paid to literally gain.
Right, so
you're
if-
getting paid to be educated.
even if you have your own thing, your own company that you're working on, but you have no other experience, I highly recommend finding a company that's more experienced.
Yeah.
And maybe even just be a roadie or a photo booth guy.
You got to put the ego aside. If you want to make it in a gig-based world, like which the mobile DJ world is, this isn't, for the most part, it's not going to be a salary-based job. It's not going to be a 9 to 5, 40 hours a week.
Right.
We have to work hard to get the jobs that we do because they're not just handed to us. If I don't book anything, I'm not getting fed that week. You know what I mean? So and neither is anyone that works for me. So I try to take it really seriously what we do, and I want the people. I try to compensate accordingly. I try to make sure everyone, feels appreciated. Bonuses here and there, parties for the employees. Make sure everyone
Absolutely.
feels appreciated because I want them to take pride in their work because they're a reflection of me. And I feel like a lot of, a good boss is a leader, not a boss. You know what I mean? It's more so being the leader of the pack rather than commanding. I always see this funny thing. It's like the pack of wolves and the leader is like working with them instead of like throwing the whip. And it's just so true, man. It's just I'm not here to boss anybody
Very
around.
true.
I'm just here to, get the job done. And unfortunately, I can't. Not unfortunately, but I can't clone myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I need people that I can rely on. You're one of them. I have a lot of, I have a couple of really key guys that really, make that happen.
Yeah, like
So-
at one of the halls that we have an account at,
Mm-hmm.
the Royal Palm. I was doing an event there recently, and Will wasn't there, and we were setting everything up, and I spoke to the maitre d' about
Mm-hmm.
the party, and he's like, "Oh, I trust you, whatever."
Yeah,
So it's true. Like, we are a reflection of you.
sure.
And I think, I learned a lot from you.
Oh, I appreciate
And
that, man.
The fact that these venues can trust me because they know that I'm working with you.
Right.
I think that's great.
And vice versa, man, because I'll tell you right now, as far as DJing goes, I mean, I'm decent. You blow me out of the water, though, man. You are a very good DJ, and I give you a
I
lot of
appreciate
credit
that.
for
Thank
that.
you.
And I've said it on many of these episodes now. We can say that because now we've had a decent amount of episodes. So shout
Yeah,
out.
we're
Listen,
7 in.
Yeah, every week, man. Listen, noon. It
amazing.
comes out every week at noon on Wednesday. You can
That's
find.
right.
Where can they find us?
On YouTube,
Yep.
the video version is on Anthony Garcia DJ Vlogs.
And it's not boring. Check it out. It's multicam shot.
Yeah.
As Trish said when she walked in, she was astonished.
She was like, "Wow, go
we're gonna
for us."
add more angles. It's gonna get. Listen,
Awesome.
it's only going up from here.
You can find us on everything else at our website, CuePointsPodcast.com.
We do have a
And
giveaway. We have a giveaway. We haven't talked about the giveaway.
It's over already.
It's over?
Yeah.
Oh, did I win?
No.
Damn. You know what? I don't get lucky. If I go to, I always consider myself that like I've gotten lucky in life as far as like great family, great girlfriend, great business. So I don't get lucky in anything else. I
Right.
don't do well in a casino. I don't win bingo. I don't win raffles. I certainly don't.
basically the
I don't
same way.
leave giveaways. And
I feel like I don't win anything.
Damn, even when I'm like co-host of the show, I can't win. Shout out Monster.
Well,
Even
that
though you
wouldn't be
shouldn't be
fair.
drinking that.
Yeah, it's
It's
bad
gonna
for
put
your
a hole
kids.
in your stomach,
It's
man.
bad if your kids don't do it.
Come on.
No, I only drink like one every now and then.
Come on, man.
I was feeling a little sluggish this morning.
Seltzer with lime at the events. What's your drink of choice at the events? I think I know. but-
Shirley Temple.
yeah, I was gonna say I knew that.
Or
But the problem is
or
you're,
a seltzer with cranberry.
problem is you're usually the one DJing, so I have to go ask for it.
Yeah. Either you or Celia.
Or Celia or one of the other people.
Somebody.
But it's so funny. Nah, I'm seltzer with lime kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's all I ever drink. See,
You
I
have
know
to put some cranberry in that too.
Yeah,
It's good.
Yeah, I know. That's another stigma that I've seen a lot of people do. I don't really agree with it, and I appreciate that no one really does it too often. Is drinking on the job. It's very easy, for people to drink on the job.
Yeah.
We're at a place that has an open bar. You know what I mean? And you could just kind of walk
I've-
up, and most people will look the other way.
I'm going to be completely honest. I've never drank at a job like at a catering hall.
Mm-hmm.
I've done backyard parties
That's a little different.
where, the homeowners or
I've done that.
or whoever will be like, "Oh, you want a beer? I'll have one."
Right.
Be respectful about it.
Right. Exactly. Don't just like go
I
up
haven't
to
done it
someone's
recently.
cooler. Don't just go up for no reason. And if
I haven't. Don't go out of your way to ask for
and the other
alcoholic
big
beverage.
thing is if someone's going to give you a drink, pour it into a glass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you're at somebody's backyard party or something like that,
And you're slugging beer bottles.
yeah, it just doesn't. It's
doesn't
not.
look
It's not a
professional.
good look for you. And don't forget, there's a lot of other people at that party, so you don't want other people to see you that way.
Right.
But the only time I'll ever do it is if, like, let's say I've gotten to know a bride and groom very well, and the groom's like, "Dude, gotta take a shot." Like, I'm gonna take a shot with the groom. Of course I am.
You're like,
you know what I
okay.
mean? I'm gonna, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to drink at a party.
Honestly, that's a part of the entertainment industry.
Sure.
Is people are expecting you to party with them,
Right.
right? And we are in a sense.
Yeah. As the MC, like, it's my
So-
job to, get
Be
everybody
out
pumped
there
up.
on the floor with them, you know?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. But you got to go,
So I
as
think
everything
it's-
else, just be respectful about it.
I think it's okay to, to like participate in that, but
As long as it's
again,
started by
watch,
them.
Watch your boundaries.
Right, exactly. Like, no,
Let them initiate it. Don't you go up to the bar and be like, "Oh, let me get a shot.
exactly.
Let me get one for the DJ. Let me get one for this guy."
it's
No.
not a good look. And also, you're working.
unprofessional.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah, you're on a job.
And I mean,
When do you
you
drink
don't
on
know
the
when
job?
something's gonna hit you, and all of a sudden, you're drunk at a party, and you're gonna start falling over, and you knock over the communion girl. Dude, I've seen things,
if you're
bro.
drinking at a communion,
You've got a problem.
You got a problem. You
Dude.
got alcoholism.
It's
or something.
you gotta tone it down. There are
But yeah, these things happen though.
there is a bad listen when it comes to the event industry. There's just a bad rep we get for alcohol and drugs and everything. So I mean, we try to stay clean. You gotta just do the right thing because again, you're not only a reflection on yourself but of the business, and also you don't know how many potential clients are truly at a party. You don't know. All you need is one person at the party to like you, and it could lead to so many events. When I was first starting out, this was probably in like August of 2014. I used to be a member of this online lead generator called Thumbtack.
I used Thumbtack.
Okay, so it used to be.
That was how I got my first real.
So I
real
actually
gig.
used to work with them because I did so well. Like my first year in business, I booked 100 jobs on Thumbtack. I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
So just for anyone that doesn't know, because Thumbtack is still around, it's a website that you pay per credit,
Right.
and you pay per lead.
You have to pay to send in a quote.
And basically,
That's how it works.
Right, and so people can look up. They want a DJ. They're looking for this type of DJ for this many hours.
Yeah, you'll get an
and this is what
email
they're looking
or
for.
a notification that says so and so is looking for a DJ in
Right.
Babylon or
Right.
here or there, and then you can either choose to send in a quote,
Right,
or not,
or
send in a
not,
quote.
and then they could send
And
up
you
to
don't
5
pay.
people, and 5 people can send in leads, and as the DJ, you pay for the lead.
You don't
So-
have to pay unless you're sending in a quote.
Right.
Like you don't have to pay to use
There's
it.
no monthly subscription, correct?
Yeah.
But so I was so quick with it that I literally booked 100 jobs my first year on it.
Good for you,
It was
man.
amazing, dude.
That's
I
awesome.
appreciate it. And listen, they weren't like high-end jobs. Everyone's got to start somewhere. But this one job I booked, it was for a 3-hour backyard party, probably about 10 minutes from here in Brookville, New York. That client, over the course of the next 3 years, spent $38,000
With you?
mm-hmm.
Wow.
with me. And she literally
That's
said
great.
something that so many people have said to me over the years. You're so great. I'm definitely going to use you again. And she did. And she threw some really big events. And she got me into a circle of people that had big events. So you never know who you're walking into. So I always try to treat everyone exactly the same because you never
know who you're running into.
And you got to always be on your A game.
And they could be the best thing that ever happened in your career.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm not talking bad about Thumbtack. I know they're still around. They're doing well. Unfortunately, they went automated. So now it's like a robotic system, and it's more expensive, and it from what I've seen, it
they
doesn't
changed it
work
up?
as well. It's very different than when we used it. And unfortunately, I even wrote them because I actually used to be an ambassador of Thumbtack. They would pay me to call new people that joined around the country and help them. I'd be on the phone with them for 10 minutes, and I would talk them through, and they'd pay me in credits. So if I was on the phone with someone for 10 minutes, they'd throw me 30 credits.
Wow.
And so it worked out for me. I'm sitting at home. I'm just making phone cals. I was already making phone calls.
Yeah, you're doing that anyway.
So it was just, but yeah, I mean, there's some great websites if you're starting out. Gig Masters, that's a good one that some people join. It's not very expensive. I think it's $300 a year.
Right before we started the show, you actually got a call. What was that?
Oh, so that actually was Grasshopper. That called me.
Grasshopper.
So Grasshopper
What's that?
is a great virtual voicemail system. So basically, with Grasshopper, you pay to use it, and you can forward your phone call to another phone line, And basically what I have it set up with is I have separate phone lines depending on what they're calling for. So if they're calling for DJs, it goes, that's number 1. Number 2, casino nights and rentals. So you could set up different things, and also I can screen the calls before I answer them.
So you know what they're calling about before
precisely
you talk to them.
Yep. And then it also transcribes their voicemails for me. So it's a really great system. And also, image is everything. That's another thing. If, let's say you're just starting out and you haven't gotten a separate phone line yet and you're just using your phone, make sure you have a good voicemail. I couldn't imagine calling Leading Arts Entertainment and hearing, yo, what up? It's your boy Anthony.
If I can't answer the phone right now, so you know what to do.
Yeah. Yo, leave it at the dot, though. Like, I'm sorry, no. But if I hear, thank you for calling Leading Arts Entertainment, Long Island's premier event company.
I think this is exactly how mine is right now.
All right, let's hear it.
Hello, you've reached Anthony Garcia and Leading Arts Entertainment. I can't get to the phone right now, so please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you soon.
I only know that because usually I call him, and he has to call me back.
And when I don't answer.
Yeah, exactly. But again...
I mean, if you have a company that you're using your cell phone for, definitely have a professional voicemail.
Absolutely, yeah. And then
like, yo,
listen,
what up?
You're gonna get and by again these little small tools, eventually you'll have another phone line. And
these little things actually matter.
They're gonna help you,
and they add up.
Listen to us. We might know something.
We can teach you something.
Exactly. But anyway, CuePoints Podcast, CuePointsPodcast.com. We have every single one of our episodes gets uploaded there, along with on YouTube at
Anthony Garcia DJ Vlogs.
You had to think about that a little too long, but that's
okay. Me.
Wednesdays.
I thought you were going to take it from there.
Wednesdays at noon. You guys have to check us out.
Every Wednesday, noon.
You can't get away from us.
We premiere on YouTube, which is a really cool feature.
Yeah, man. Come watch. We have people watching in the Netherlands.
Yeah, you get to
all
live
over the
chat
world
with us as you're watching.
It's a lot of fun.
It's like a watch party. It's pretty cool.
It is a watch party. Come for the experience. The CuePoints Podcast, it is an experience to be here.
It is an experience.
And we'll be back after this. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Will from the CuePoints Mobile DJ Podcast, and we would love to get your opinion and your take on the DJ world in today's day and age and how much it's changed and everything going on and having to do with the mobile DJ universe. Give us an email at cuepointspodcast@gmail.com and let's get you involved in the conversation. Again, that's cuepointspodcast@gmail.com. We'll speak to you soon. If you're enjoying the CuePoints Mobile DJ Podcast, then you gotta give us a follow. Find us on Instagram and Facebook at CuePoints Podcast for giveaways, product reviews, and so much more. That's CuePoints Podcast on all social media platforms. Check us out.
Welcome back to episode 7 of CuePoints, the Mobile DJ Podcast.
Dude, whenever I hear episode 7 or any episode, I think of Star Wars. I forgot to say it in the last show, actually. I was on my way last week, and I was driving, and I was like, it'd be funny if, like, the minute we get there, he's like episode 6, and I'm like, ha, ha, ha. It'd be like Return of the Jedi. So we are back. Good show, man. I know we were talking about how authentic, like, we try to be as far as, like, the topics and everything. And, like, I think, these are really important things.
That whole first segment had nothing
Top
planned.
of the dome
no
piece.
topic, nothing.
Dude, that's how it should be.
We had a special guest walk in.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. You don't know what's going to happen. We were supposed to put, like, uplighting in the studio. We forgot to do that again.
Yeah.
We'll try to remember next time.
I'll try my best next time.
Yeah, we forget to take pictures with our guests. We have to Photoshop them in later. There's just like...
We're still learning.
There's only so many things we can remember. We need an intern. That's what we need. We need an intern. Hey, interns, we want you.
If anybody wants to be an intern, make sure you go to CuePointsPodcast.com.
Fill out an information form.
Contact us.
Yeah, we're looking for...
We could use an intern.
Yeah. We have a very high base salary of nothing. But
of great experience.
Education, dude. This is not education you could get at a college, all right?
Yeah, no, this is hands-on. You get to learn how to podcast.
You are in the trenches. We will give you a shovel.
Exactly.
I don't know what we're digging, but we're going to be digging something.
We're digging a ton. Dig ton. New Lion King's coming out.
Well, and just so you guys know, this is what happens when you don't have CuePoints.
Yep.
You like that?
I like it.
You see that? So
we have to say it at least once.
I guess this is what everyone's tuning in for every single Wednesday at noon. But all right, so I know you wanted to talk a little bit about packages because obviously, when someone calls you for a DJ or a service, you need to have, some type
something
of structure.
To offer. Yeah. a structured, some
Right.
sort of something for them to look at and make their choices.
Exactly. So I'm kind of curious, being that you have Leading Arts Entertainment.
Yep.
You don't have to name prices or anything like that, but what are the type of packages that you do offer?
Well, Leading Arts is a very small scale company.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in business for 6 or 7 years.
Okay.
But I do work with you. I do
Mm-hmm.
work with a couple other companies. So I try to stay small scale. I do like some block parties here and there, some backyard things, Sweet 16s here and there.
So if I'm a customer, right?
Right.
And I get on the phone, bring, bring. I thank you for picking it up.
Hello.
Hi, is this Leading Arts Entertainment?
Yes, this is Leading Arts Entertainment.
How you doing?
Anthony, how are you?
Good, very good. I was just looking to see, what type of packages do you offer for DJs? What would you say?
We have 3 different packages.
Okay, here we go. This is the bread and butter.
There's the basic,
Okay.
the deluxe,
Mm-hmm.
and the ultra package. The basic is literally just the DJ and the sound system.
Okay.
That's it.
Is it a 2-speaker sound system?
No MC.
Is it a 4-speaker sound system?
It's just the tops.
Okay.
That's it. And then the deluxe, which is the most popular one, you get the tops and the subs.
Okay.
And then I have 1 gig bar.
Okay.
So you get,
Great pickup from iDJ Now or any of who you go to.
Absolutely.
A gig bar is such an awesome thing.
it's just a basic light. You have all your,
But it has 4 lights.
all your effects that you need.
Yeah, and you can control it with your feet,
Yeah.
which is very
I
cool.
use the remote.
Oh, you have the IR remote.
handheld one, but
Okay.
it does come with a foot pedal too. So you get the lights, the tops and the subs, and then you could also opt in for an MC.
Okay.
And then the ultra package is you get the tops, the subs, the gig bar, and then you have intelligent lighting as well. I have 2 moving heads
Cool.
that you get, and that package also comes with giveaways.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm raising my hand for those on video.
What's up?
So you said the names again are basic. What was the second one?
Deluxe,
Deluxe.
and ultra.
So now I don't know if you ever thought of this or not. Why don't you change the third one to be the Extoro package instead of I don't know. I like that.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I do have one critique that I think might help you as far as your
Please.
sales go. So I
do.
have found over the years that when people hear the word basic, they kind of don't like the word. It's kind of like one of those like, ooh, I don't want basic or anything. So maybe, because you're going to get people that don't want to spend, middle or top, and they do want something lower, but you don't want to diminish your value.
Right.
Because you're still getting a great DJ. You're still getting a good sound system. It's just not as big as what you might need.
That's very true.
So like, I usually go my packages. We have bronze, silver, platinum. So it's just
like that
maybe an
too.
idea
You can
of
choose from
instead
the
of
metals.
using the basic, you're using something that shows a accredited value. I'm like pulling out these nice words. I
There's
got
a lot of big words today.
patting myself right now. But we got stigma. We got so many good words I could use. But yeah, so I would really, in the future, you might want to try that just because I feel like it gives you more value to what you're
Right.
saying because it's like,
And
yeah, the
maybe
basic
what's another word I could use for the first one other than basic?
bronze. You could even you don't have to use. I mean, you could use
Maybe
the
not a
metals
metal,
and-
but like
I like the metals.
I mean the metals work.
Yeah, I
Use
mean,
what works.
you could do. Trying to think. Even like package. I mean, package 1 sounds better than basic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
you're right.
because at least it's like
I never really thought about it that way. Is that when you hear the word basic,
you think of a girl with Starbucks. Let's be honest.
In more recent terms, it's
Yeah.
been used as like a bad thing.
Yeah. So just an idea. Just an idea.
When you think basic, are you going to Coachella?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. With Starbucks in the hand and the little
You have an artist
and the little
pass?
Shih Tzu. Exactly. So
Yeah.
as far as
So let's hear about your packages.
Okay, so our packages, I think I keep changing them just because we keep building new things. And a lot of things, I like to, for the most part, keep it structured the same, and then we add on later.
Mm-hmm.
So our most basic, see, I'm using the word, but I'm not going to use it as the name of the package. Our most basic package, I'm gonna go with weddings because that's primarily where I build most of my packages are because
Right.
they do attest to the Sweet 16 as well and the mitzvahs. Is going to be our bronze package. DJ/MC, one-man show. So they're making the announcements, they're playing the music. 2 top speakers. We typically use QSC. Black front board. That's it. Good to go. Maybe bring a light. Maybe that's pretty much it.
I actually have the white front board as an upgrade.
Right.
On my page, I have it as add-ons.
Right.
and you could choose from like white front board or the giveaways is an add-on.
Right.
Extra lighting,
Always
extra
great
sound.
things. Always great things to add on.
The gobo.
Yep.
That's all add-ons for
And
me.
so that would be the first package. The next package is going to be the silver package, which is a 4-speaker sound system, so 2 tops, 2 bottoms, again, primarily QSC, a DJ, and an MC. Then we would have the gold package, which is that same package, the 4 speakers, the DJ, MC, but we put 2 totems up with the intelligent lights. Then our most popular package is our platinum package. That's your DJ, your MC, a Zapshot photographer, 2 TVs on those totems, and of course, the cool thing that we do, and this is something not many companies do. So if you steal it, I want credit, and I demand 5%. Is we live stream the dance floor. So
People
something that we have used over the years is when you get TVs. They're usually for one thing or another. If we could do a keepsake montage, which is an add-on that you could do for that package. The Zapshot photos go up there too, of course. But then, when your dance floor is packed, when you put pictures up on the screen, all it's going to do is make people stop dancing to look at the pictures.
Right, they're focusing on something
So
different.
we put up the live streaming camera, and it's actually showing everyone dancing. And the more intoxicated they get, the adults get crazier about it than the actual children, which I find so funny.
They'll dance in front of
Yeah.
it, like make faces and
Exactly.
stuff. It's awesome.
And then the final package that goes up from there is our diamond package, which is a 3 TV system where we put a arch truss in the middle of the DJ system, and we took 2 more trusses up with 2 more intelligent lights.
I must say, I've never seen this package.
Yeah, because it takes like 7 hours
in
to
person.
do. Yeah, no,
I've never seen this one in
It's
person.
a pain. I don't really sell it too often because I'd rather, to be honest, I'd rather sell the platinum with additional upgrades rather than sell the diamond, because the diamond just takes so long to set up. I need so many roadies. I almost don't even offer it anymore, but it is still on the, on there. But there's so many other upgrades you can do. Different types of facades, staging. You have the CO2 gun. You could add that on.
I haven't been able to sell that yet, but I have it
Right.
to offer.
Yeah, exactly. And
I have the
like
fog
we said,
machines,
giveaways, platinum, dry ice machines. So there's so many different upgrades. Just the biggest thing that I can say, because there are a lot of companies that unfortunately are falling to this, and believe me, when we bring on some of our guests, we can just sit back and they'll just go on for like an hour about this, is giving away too much for free. There's certain things that I don't mind giving away, or I use it as a sales tactic. And I'm not like, there's gonna be people that come on the show or listen to the show and be like, oh, he's giving away all his sales strategies. That's not necessarily true. I'm not gonna share everything, because it also comes down to how am I presenting it.
Right.
I could tell you how to sell something. It doesn't mean you're gonna sell it correctly. You know what I mean? That's just not true. But like, one of the things that I'll do is all the packages with the televisions, they include 50-inch televisions. I don't really use 50-inch televisions anymore. I have them, but they don't really go out. Usually what I'll do is I'll sell them on the upgrade for the 65s. However, if I have them right in the cusp of closing, but they're still a little bit, they're not sure, or we have to think about it, I'll throw in the TVs, the upgraded TVs for the 65 inches for free.
See, that's smart, because now they feel like they're getting
something. People love to get things for free. They absolutely love it. But here's the deal. I was probably bringing the 65s anyway.
Yeah.
But see, that didn't undercut me. I didn't throw in a free photo booth.
Right.
Where now I'm taking something that's worth $1,000 to $1,500, and I'm taking away that work from not only myself, but any other DJ company that might have sold it, or photo booth company.
Absolutely.
That's where I got kind of mad. Any type of package. Listen, if you're doing a showcase or something and you need to give away something as like your prize for a raffle, cool. But give away something that doesn't cost you a lot in labor and materials. You give away a photo booth, you have an attendant, you have, paper, you have ink. There's a lot to delivery. There's a lot to do.
Yeah, the photo booths are expensive.
I typically like to give away, if I'm going to do something for a photo booth, I'll give away a photo album for the book, which is like $150 value. And but you have to take the photo booth.
Right.
So you see how that works? So it's a giveaway, but it's still like I'm holding on to you, because you can't, take it without getting something else. Or maybe, again, you could give away.
You have to think about the value.
Maybe some uplighting. But again, don't give away enough where they don't have to get it.
Right.
So if you're doing a really big room, you're at a room that needs 24 lights, give away, 10, 12. You know, you don't have to give away the whole show. And also, don't dude, there's just so much I could say about this, but I'm going to finish it with this because I want you to talk about this as well. All I can say is don't give away all your profits just to get a booking. It's not worth it. If you're going out,
even in the beginning,
if you're going away, listen, when you're in the beginning,
don't
oversell yourself.
Right.
You know, don't go out there. If you don't have all the stuff, you know, once in a while, if you get a client that's like, you know, I'd like to do something bigger, be like, I can handle it. You know, I have people I work with. But don't just every week go in and out with selling these giant parties where you don't have anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you want to make your life on rentals, then be that agency. But don't sell yourself as an all-inclusive package.
You're a
and you're not.
full-service entertainment company when you have to subcontract everything.
And that's the difference. You know, I really feel like not everyone needs to be a full-service DJ company, and everyone tries to be. If you want to do it, do it. You know what I mean? I get it. Listen, I get it. You can't get everything at once. Totally respect that. I didn't have everything at once. However, I put myself in a hell of a lot of debt, you know, as far as credit cards and everything to go with. And, you know, at this point, everything's paid off. But, you know, I took that risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's you know, that's basically what I have to say about it.
When you're structuring your packages, you need to think about the value of what you're putting into it.
And the value of just the industry.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know a lot of people have like a cookie cutter, like, okay, this is worth this much.
Right.
Percentage of this minus this plus this, and then they get a dollar amount. But you can just generalize it, make sure it's somewhat affordable.
Right.
You need to make a profit, obviously.
And you also need to remember that, you know, if you're someone out there listening and you're someone that works for someone else, and let's say, you know, you see the contract. You know, because like, you know, for the most part, I send you guys with the contracts. I don't white out my prices or anything like that. You know what everything costs. But like,
I see everything.
Let's say, for instance, right now, you know, you're doing a one-man show, okay? And I charge, you know, let's say I charge Joe Schmo $900. And I pay this DJ that I just hired and everything like that, and, you know, he's doing good. I pay him $300 to do the show. Technically, what you're seeing, as far as if I'm the DJ and I'm looking at the contract, you're seeing a 66% profit. That's what you're seeing, right? But you're not seeing the actual full picture. You're not seeing what the client acquisition, you know, cost was. You know, that's a huge thing that a lot of people don't put in. You know, how did they find us? Was it marketing? You know, was it
between the websites like Thumbtack or like or advertising,
radio ads, TV ads, you know, Google, I mean, Facebook ads,
and then you
Instagram
have to pay
ads.
for the transportation.
You know, and also, are you getting paid? Are you know, you're on the books, so you know, there's all the payroll charges. Okay, do they have an office? They probably do if they're a legitimate company. Do they have workers' compensation? Do they have disability? Do they the trucks? Do they have insurance? If at the end of the day, you know, that now $600 is now $200, $300, shouldn't the owner of the company who took the risk be I hate the word entitled, but shouldn't they be afforded some type of profit?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you're making your money, you know, but the problem is
they gave all they had to make that possible. So why would they not get a profit?
That's exactly it. It's just I like to look at everything, and I guess it's because I am in business for myself. You should always look at things from the full perspective. It's the same thing with like the $15 an hour thing. You know, it sounds all well and great, but not every small business, you know, if they're going to increase, you know, your payroll by, let's say, 25, 30%, but your margins can only increase by 2%, you're going to run them out of business. And that's why for New York City, for the first time in like 10 years, is down on jobs because they can't afford it. I couldn't stay in business if all of a sudden someone turned around and say, you need to pay every DJ $200 an hour.
And their minimum wage is pretty high in the city.
That's what I'm saying. So it's absolutely crazy, you know, but that's the thing is, you know, I understand some people might think sometimes they're getting taken for granted or something like that, but
you have to think about what's going into it.
A good owner, a good leader, you know, is always going to share and be honest with you, but also just remember that, you know, I'm not saying you got to gravel at them for, you know, getting you the work, but they're putting themselves out there to bring in that work. It's very easy to go out and get a job, a 9 to 5, and rely on some big Fortune 500 company that's going to pay your 401k and everything. But being in small business, especially in one of the top areas of the country of being the most expensive, is very difficult. It's not easy to make it here, man.
You're not kidding.
I mean, you need 2 salaries. Almost no one stays home anymore. You're getting taxed at your house, whereas down south, it might be 1/10 of what you pay here.
Me personally, I work a couple of different jobs.
Yeah, you do a lot, man.
Some of them are on the books, some of them aren't.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, but that's what you have to do
to survive.
Live comfortably. And that's always what I wanted to set the bar for myself. I always wanted to live comfortably.
Right.
I don't want to have to worry about bills or anything. It should be covered. And then I should also have a little bit left over to play.
You mean to actually enjoy
work
life?
Work hard, play hard. Exactly.
That's it, man. And,
don't work your tail off for just barely making it.
And also, don't work your work your tail off for something you hate. And I feel like a lot of people like that DJ do it because they love it, which I find awesome. I truly do.
This is one of the industries where the majority of people actually enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah, how could you not, man? I mean, listen, I know it's
Why
stressful,
would you be a DJ
and
if
some
you don't
people
like it?
are very difficult to work with. I get that. I totally do. But for the most part, we're dealing with parties. We're dealing with fun people.
We party for a living.
We party for a living. I like that. Dude, it's just...
It's great. It's
but
great.
This is what this show is all about. It's just sharing experiences, from what we've had and the guests we have on. And I love to get different perspectives of how people are finding the industry as it ever grows and changes. And I'm just excited, man, because, it's already, episode 7. And I feel like we're literally just getting started.
This is exciting. Yeah, we are getting into the busy season as well. So...
we'll still be here.
As these episodes keep coming, you're going to get more stories and experiences as we meet new people. It's going to be...
There's going to be a lot of fun.
There's going
to be a lot of fun things coming up.
We have a lot coming up.
But again, I know they probably heard this a million times, but I don't care. Where can they find us?
CuePointsPodcast.com.
We even have a mobile website, okay? We even have a mobile website, so you got no excuses, man.
Yeah.
Check us out on
excuses.
YouTube. Leave us... Listen, I really want... If you take the time to watch a 45-minute podcast...
If you make it through this whole show, there's no reason why you shouldn't be commenting.
Leave a comment.
We want to know...
You know what I mean? And if you're interested in coming on, message us. Go on the website. Fill it out. DM us on Instagram. Go on Facebook Messenger.
Right.
Send a carrier pigeon to
CuePoints
LIU
Podcast.
Studios. I don't care how you do it. But we're here every Wednesday at noon. There's no reason. I like how I'm going back and forth with the mic right now.
Mm-hmm.
They should be listening because... I'll be honest. We've done our research. There's not many other, forums out there like this, forums that are live weekly that discuss the situations that we are put in every day. And I feel like it rolls over into not only just DJing, but, entrepreneurship in one of the most congested and most, anti-affordable, I'm going to use that word because that's how I feel right now, places to live in the world.
100%.
But you're killing it, dude. You're working your tail off, and...
You too, man.
I'm proud of you.
You too. We're both doing extremely well.
If you heard a vibration, it's because people keep calling my phone, and we use it as our monitors.
It's the busy season.
But this is the other thing. Do you always answer the phone?
Not always, no.
Yeah, I like voicemails. A
Me
lot
too.
of people don't like voicemails.
I love voicemails.
We got 90 seconds, but I gotta say it really quickly.
Okay,
There's nothing I hate more than clients that only want me to email them. I get people are busy, but I love to discuss things. Dude, it might take what could take a 4-minute conversation.
Like we don't have
30
to
emails.
We don't have to meet in person, but at least talk to me on the phone.
Well, if you're a wedding, I don't even want to book you if I can't meet you in person. That's weird.
That's a different story.
That's
there's
totally
so much.
weird.
There's so much.
And
that
there's
goes
people
into
that
a
actually
wedding.
want to do that, and I'm like, I'm sorry, we have to be compatible. I'm not just going to take anybody's money. I'm not that person.
Definitely.
But again, CuePoints Podcast. We're really enjoying it here, man. I mean, I am. How about you?
I'm having the time of my life,
dude. It's not even just a Pitbull song.
I am so blessed to be here right now with you and in front of all you guys watching.
It's awesome, man.
It's a dream come true. I never thought I'd be on a talk show, and here I am.
Well, dude, I appreciate you getting this off the ground and everything like that. And CuePoints Podcast every single week at noon. We have so much more to come. So many great artists who will be on the show, and the show's only going to get better. Production's going to be souped up, more angles. I'm so excited for where it's going. The CuePoints Podcast, the mobile DJ Podcast. We will see you guys again next week.